now time for Big D Energy with four-time Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Live on the Woodward Sports Network, 99.1 and 93.5 The Roar, the Woodward Sports app, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Monday edition of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. D-Mac out today, so we went to the bullpen. We got EZ in the building. EZ, what's going on, man?
What up, though, Neal? Just coming off a lot of abuse over the weekend on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess subreddits, too. Jeff is taking the blunt in those blows, though.
Okay, I want to visit that. Hold on. We got Sam Flannel in the building. We got Spencer Raxter as well. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, tap in on the YouTube chat thread. Detroit Dabber first in today. Says, what up, though? What up, Dabber? Good to have you all with us. Man, all these, tons of messages already from people jumping in. We got a big-time show lined up for you today. I feel it's worthy. The Tigers won a game that's newsworthy.
Woo!
I feel like we should talk about that. You don't get that opportunity every single day. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a little baseball in the fold. Sure. Hey, the Tigers won. All right, that's the discussion for today. Good talk, everybody. This topic, this next one's right up Easy's alley. The Pistons, one of the are on the betting favorites to land Russell Westbrook.
Yeeks.
There's part of me that wants that. There's part of me that doesn't want that, and there's part of me that wants that. I'll discuss. Justin Thomas won the PGA Championship. Historic comeback for him. And we're going to get into all that. Barry Sanders, the absurdity. Every now and then this pops back up where you revisit things, and we know the story when Barry Sanders was in college, certainly what he did in the NFL as well. But when you put those numbers down on print, we're going to revisit that college football season that he had. But I need to know about this, Easy. So what was going on over the weekend? I saw a little bit about it. I was busy working Detroit City FC with another big win at the top of the table, by the way, in the Eastern Conference of the USL. But what was it? Enlighten us. Tell us. Show us.
So, as you know, we have the Woodward Heavyweights podcast, myself and DJ Spinney in there. And we had Jeff Ifrady on. And obviously, when we have Jeff on, we're talking hoops, we're talking basketball, we're talking Detroit Pistons more specifically. And we discussed, a lot of the guys that were slotted or mock draft to go to the Detroit Pistons at 5. So we went through a lot of the names, and the hottest name, in my opinion, actually on Pistons Twitter as well, it's trending in polls. He's number one. Everybody's voting is Jaden Ivey. And we kind of just spoke our opinion on him as a fit with the Detroit Pistons. And he was the number one option for us. Between our panel of three, he was the number one option. I took that quote because I know how much people love Jaden Ivey. So I knew it was going to do well. It was going to spark debate.
Yeah, why is that? You guys talk a lot of basketball in your show. Why does everyone love Jaden Ivey so much?
I attribute it to this. And I did through my research on Twitter this weekend. There's zero research, but just a guess. A lot of 12-year-old kids, a lot of people out there, don't really consume basketball more than like the highlights they see in the social media era. Like that's what this younger generation is, right? They don't really like consume the game or study the games. It's more so, what they, stick highlight trending on Twitter, retweet, saying or SportsCenter or YouTube, and that's what Jaden Ivey to me felt like going into my evaluation of him. But then even diving further into it, I kind of think that's the case. I mean, you spoke about us, the odds of getting Russell Westbrook. It may be in the draft if we draft Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, I wonder about Jaden Ivey again, where I haven't done like a deep dive into it. What does he do at an elite level?
The biggest thing he could do at elite level is he takes guys off the dribble and he's a rocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fine. I keep hearing everybody say that.
Yeah.
Well, it takes guys off the dribble at an elite level, but he's not an elite finisher. He's not an elite shooter.
Yeah.
He's not an elite distributor.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Thank you.
So what are we talking about?
That's what I was talking about. And then people just got pissed. Here's the thing they got pissed at. I said that he wouldn't be a great fit with Cade. I don't think that he would be a great fit with Cade. I think if I have a basketball team with Cade Cunningham, a guy who's distributing the ball, giving the guys the ball in their best situation to score, Jaden Ivey's going to take that opportunity away from him because he's a guy kind of needs the ball in his hand to excel.
Bingo. And that's what it is. And the Pistons' needs are what the Pistons' needs have been for a little while now. Mm-hmm. You need a wing scorer. Look at the playoffs right now. And I know if we talk about it, everyone will tune out. I get that. We're not going to break down Mavericks, Warriors. Although I believe there's some content there to discuss.
Yes.
But here's the deal with basketball now. Purely a matchup game. Get your 5 best athletes out there, figure out who's the person to steal on, and steal on them out there on the floor. And right now for the Warriors, that Andrew Wiggins matchup. Because Andrew Wiggins, he's a problem out there on the floor. And I know people don't love him. Yeah. What's that?
He committed crime last night.
I mean, yeah, like you talk about the highlight level reel. Yeah. No, but that's where it is with me with the Pistons thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to score. I want somebody who's going to score at an elite level. Yeah. They need a scorer, man. Somebody that can get a bucket. Yeah. It's been a minute since they've had somebody like that.
See, I think Cade can be that for you, though. You know what I'm saying? And when he gets going, he's sucking guys down. Whoa. He's sucking the defense down into the paint. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to stop him. And he kicks the ball out to a guy who's open, who could hit a 3, which, by the way, is more than 2 points. More beneficial to you. You watched the Golden State Warriors last night. 3-point shots. All 4 of these teams in the conference finals right now. Two things they have in common: defense and 3-point shooting. Jaden Ivey doesn't offer either of those things. So why? Why are we in love with him?
And the people are ready to take pitchforks to the streets about him, man.
Yeah.
Is it a Big Ten thing? Sam Flannel, is it a Big Ten thing for real?
It might be. I think people have seen him play, and of course, Jaden Ivey. I think his style of play is kind of pleasing to the eye. But the guy you guys are describing sounds a lot like Keegan Murray, right?
The guy that I would want, or.
Well, the guy who's a great 3-point shooter, 55% shooter, 39% from the 3, 23.5 points per game, 6'8" wing, right? That's how you guys are describing.
I like the idea of it, yes. Yeah, he's definitely up there on my list, for sure.
He's definitely becoming my guy that I want, just for the record. Because, 55%, 39, that's like 50 and 40. 6'8" wing, what is the NBA? NBA has a lot of teams that win have guys who can do that. You need a guy who can do that. I'm on the Keegan Murray train right now.
No.
You on the Keegan Murray train?
And look, we're not doing a draft breakdown or anything like that. I'm just curious about it because EZ and the heavyweights, and certainly we have a lot of people here at Woodward that talk basketball, and I've been seeing it, and I was just curious about it. I'm going off the chart a little bit on you guys. NFL Draft Junkie, good topic. Should Lions fans expect a division title this year? Is that asking too much? Sometimes, Spencer, people will program the show for you, and you know what? I like that. Let's do that in a little bit.
That's asking too much.
100% it is, but let's do that because I'm curious to see. Let's set it in stone and see what people's expectations are, because I think that weaves nicely with the rookie duo at Photo Day that we're going to get into when we come back from the break. The cornbread ovens are hot, aren't they? They are hot. They are hot on Photo Day. They are. But no, appreciate everybody tapping in to the show. And, happy to have everybody along for the ride. And people are talking about, the Keegan Murray thing. Keegan going to be gone at 4 and stuff like that, which I could deal with. But that's where, God, you got 5, man. That was crushing. And I told you guys it was going to happen. I knew one was going to slide up because one always slides up. But when that second one slid up, that was heartbreaking, Sam Flannel.
Oh, yeah, and I was part of the camp that I really, really wanted that top 3. I wanted one of those 3 big men, but like I said before, I'm talking myself into Keegan Murray, and that wouldn't bother me at all, but like a guy in the chat said, what if he's gone at 4? CJ Snyder. I mean.
Right. NFL Draft Junkie, Neal is all elite. Well, you come through a good topic, so... that's what it is. Steve in our YouTube chat thread. Big win for Detroit City FC over the weekend. Yes, it was. A very solid win for them. And as we said, they're sitting right now at the top of the table on that. So good season rolling for them. And it is a long one. There is no doubt about that. What else, EZ? What else you have over the weekend?
For me, I took my son to go see some dinosaurs, some animatronic dinosaurs in Lake Orion. It was pretty fun. Dude was tripping balls. He was because we watched, obviously, I told you about this last time I think I was on air with you. We watched the Jurassic Park show. So, he obviously thinks they're cool. At the same time, Jurassic Park show, they're constantly trying to eat people. So he's also there's a video on my Facebook. He's running towards him, and then he runs back. He's like, wait.
That's pretty hype.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's awesome.
AC, Neal and his Purdue slander is hilarious. Did I give Purdue slander?
No. You just said that you didn't want Jaden Ivey because he can't shoot, and
He doesn't do anything elite.
He's not. Yeah, he doesn't do anything elite. He's not a great finisher, even though he is super athletic. I don't think you said anything wrong, although you have said stuff about Purdue in the past, but not today.
No. See, I didn't lose the games for Purdue. I had nothing to do with all their losses in every big game they ever play. I'm not on the team. I don't coach. I don't play. None of that. All I do is point out the fact that whenever there's a big game and Purdue's involved, they lose.
And that St. Peter's loss was crushing, and Jaden Ivey was rancid in that game.
And you know what? It shouldn't come down to this, but it does. Because when Duke was playing Michigan State, who took over the basketball game?
Paolo. Mancaro. Yeah.
Yep.
Who took it over?
Paolo.
That matters to me.
Yeah.
It does, especially in those tournament situations. And when you're playing St. Peter's, and look what happened when St. Peter's played North Carolina.
They got massacred, just like you said on the group chat, by the way. You predicted that. You called that.
Because there were NBA dudes everywhere.
NBA dudes everywhere. And that Purdue loss, that should be a stain against Jaden Ivey, because when you can't take Doug Eddert, that scrub who became like the guy who was beloved, what does that tell you? Jaden Ivey, he completely crapped the bed in that game, and so did Purdue. They did what Purdue always does.
Right. Chuck Brewer says, EZ with another bad take. What'd you have a bad take about, EZ?
Probably talking about the Jaden Ivey stuff. What'd you say, Spinny?
Dinosaurs?
Yeah. Oh. Hey, my son liked it. It's all for him, really.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hey, EZ, I'll cut you slack on that one. I'm not giving you any slander about
1,000%.
that. You give them some entertainment. They're happy with it. It was money well spent.
Dude, it was awesome just watching him. Like, I sent this video to Spencer, actually. The kid was tripping balls. He was like, he didn't know what the hell was going on. Spencer, do you want to talk on the Jaden Ivey stuff? Because kind of what they just said is something you said in the podcast, people are going at you for, too. They say he's not a dog. That's what you said, but...
Yeah, I double backed on it kind of being a little overreaction after the recency bias of seeing him in that St. Peter's game where he did only drop 9 points, because throughout the rest of the season you saw he has that attack mindset. He's got that kill mindset where he's going downhill, but he didn't show up in the biggest performance. And I said on the podcast that I don't mind Jaden Ivey. Like, when I look at him, I like what he does, but I prefer Shaedon Sharpe. I think Shaedon Sharpe does everything that Jaden Ivey does, but he does it better, and he's a better shooter, and he's a little bit bigger, and so I think he's a better fit, honestly.
Yeah, and I don't know a ton about him other than I know he was the #1 overall recruit coming out of high school. Like, that's all I know about him. Mm-hmm. Obviously didn't get a chance to see him at Kentucky and those kinds of things, but I have seen Jaden Ivey. And that's just me. Like, people are asking my opinion. That's what I'm paid to give my opinion here. So that's exactly what I do.
For sure. And like, when it comes to like the Shaedon Sharpe stuff too, is like the main thing Spencer said to me that I would choose him over Ivey is like, one, if it's true that he can shoot better, I would prefer that, right? So speaking of the stuff I said about Cade, and then he's bigger. I had this whole conversation. It was actually Jalen Rose who broke this down to me. He said, take away skill. Skill's even territory. It's a big man's game. Basketball is. And Shaedon Sharpe he's 6'5", has a 7-foot wingspan. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And not to mention, he's only 18 years old. He might get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So like, give me that all day. The prospect of that versus like what the prospect of what Jaden Ivey is, and
it goes back to me. You guys know what I am. Ceiling guy. I'm all about the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because that's how this stuff works.
Yeah.
It does, man. So that's where I'm at with that. Mike G says, Rule Breaker, go grab Westbrook and grab Meta World Peace while we're at it, too. Be entertaining, man. I enjoy, and you guys know this with me, much like I enjoy the Jameis Winston experience, I enjoy the Russell Westbrook experience.
Toxic.
I enjoy, but it's entertaining.
It is entertaining.
Thank you. It is entertaining.
Westbrook,
don't lie.
Jameis, I don't know.
I'll get my Debo on. Don't lie.
He'd be actually very entertaining. Hard Knocks. That would be awesome. But we had that before. I'm good. I'm good on Jameson.
It would just be fun. It would just be fun. So people giving you credit in the chat right now for being a good dad. So I'm glad. I'm glad that we got the people off being critical of you.
Yeah. What's the dad out here?
Yeah, there you go.
Go see some dinosaurs.
There you go. Hey, guys, as you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's. We're right here in downtown Birmingham. It's awesome to get off the air, get myself looking great. Jess, I slide over to Jess's chair. She hooks it up every single time. Recommend you get your hair cut at Lady Jane's as well. There's one close to you. I know that. I know they're open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. I know you roll in, you sign in, you sit down, you get a haircut. Not that, oh, we're busy right now, come back at 5. Like, it's none of that at Lady Jane's. Walk in anytime, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair is game ready. Go to Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Back at it, Big D Energy off and running. Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ here in the house for D-Mac Sam Flannel. We got Spencer Raxter as well. And Sam, we've had a lot of in and out. Where are we at right now? Day number
61.
61. Man, there's less than 300 to go. Only 299 days left in your flannel streak.
304 to be exact.
Yeah. Oh, that's where we're at? Okay. Well, hey.
Do you think if you wore the same one twice, like twice in a row, we'd notice?
That's fine. That's within the parameters.
But do you think you would notice?
No.
I don't think I would either.
Yeah. No, I definitely would not.
You should start wearing the same one. We only know like when you start to stink or something like that.
Yeah.
See if you can recognize when I'm wearing the same one in 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
I do.
Honolulu Blue Sparty in our YouTube chat thread. Remember, you can tap in on our YouTube chat thread if you're watching. Click a like, too. As long as you're there, you may as well do it. Nine Drink says Neal's holding the ceiling up for the Big D. Honolulu Blue Sparty says, Rules all about the future, potential draft capital contracts. Not saying I disagree, just an observation. Well, I mean, that's how good organizations work right now. So you stay lean financially so you can make a move and strike when the opportunity presents itself. Because I think the Mavericks right now, you know what, we'll save that one for a little bit later. Lions rookie duo was at photo day for the Detroit Lions, and this is where, you know, they take all the pictures for the media guides and take all the pictures for the football cards and the trading cards and all that kind of stuff. Pro Football Focus tweeted out a picture of Jamison Williams and also as well Aiden Hutchinson. So they are out there right now. And I think, and this is my observation, and you guys tell me if I'm crazy. I know people were excited on draft day about it, but I think the hype is building even more when you see these guys in their uniforms and stuff like that and going through rookie drills and rookie camp stuff and all that. The hype will only continue to rise. And I think that by the time the season comes around, it's certainly the preseason. By the time the preseason gets here, this hype and this hopium will be flowing through our veins, the likes of which we haven't seen in a very long time. You agree with that?
Actually, yeah, I do. Everything about this offseason, it's so weird to, like, it's one of those things where, like, you can't, like, necessarily break it down. I mean, you can to a certain extent, but some of it just ultimately comes down to a feeling. And for me, it's the same thing that I had, I want to say, back in 2013, the offseason that we picked up, like, Glover Quinn, Reggie Bush, and it was like, man, like, those names don't really come to Detroit. Like, you know, people aren't usually like this hype outside Detroit about the Lions, and it panned out to a certain extent. Obviously, we lost the playoff games, but we made the damn playoffs, you know what I'm saying, which is like more than you can say most of the times with Detroit Lions, and it's that same feeling. I mean, look at PFF, man. I'm constantly bad on those guys. I think their rankings are dog poop. And a lot of them are trash, but here are these guys on their main profile tweeting out pictures of Detroit Lions players.
And you don't see that. You're exactly right. You very rarely see that. In our YouTube chat thread, Rich Diana says Warriors all the way. Jeff Iafredi says Warriors winning it. Steph Curry wins his first Finals MVP. Book it. Hey, Jeff, way to climb out on that limb, man. Thanks for taking the minus 190 favorite. Good on ya. Savage take by Jeff. Jeff Iafredi of Woodward Sports guarantees the Warriors win the NBA title.
Hey, Jeff's been taking some abuse this weekend, man. You got to take it easy on him.
Jeff's my guy. He knows that. Jeff knows that he's my guy. No, but I mean, for me, EZ, this hype train though is only going to continue. It's only going to continue to climb, man. I mean,
wait till Hard Knock starts, bro. Like,
I know.
It's going to explode. It's going to go crazy. People are like, do you see what that guy ate for breakfast? Only champions eat that crap. People are going to be nuts, man. I just stopped myself from swearing. Shout out.
Yeah, Peaceful Tim, national media loving up on the Lions right now. And look, the conditions are right, and there's a chance, too, for the national media pundits. And look, national media pundits have been on Detroit before, even through all this, this bad run that they've had and things like that, because it's always the sexy thing, right? If you're a national media pundit, you say, hey, I think the Lions are going to be good this year.
Yeah.
And then if they are, you can be like, hey, I told everybody that they were going to be good. So I think what you need to do is collect all the national pundits that said the Lions are going to make a move this year, because they've been saying it for 5 years now, 6-7 years now. And there is an element of that, but it's a beast that feeds itself. Not only are we feeding it locally, and look, you guys know my discussions about Aiden Hutchinson in the past and stuff like that have reached Aiden Hutchinson, I've been told, and everything like that. So it's things where it's things for me where it's a lot of self-fulfilling and a lot of gasoline being put on the fire by local fans too, because he is a Michigan guy.
Yeah,
there's an element of that. The conditions are perfect. You got the national media. Mm-hmm. You got Michigan fans that are jumping in as well. Lions fans that are Michigan fans jumping in on that, and then you also have the perceived value of Jamison Williams, and arguably got the best receiver in the draft, and only cost him a 3rd round pick to do it, and all those types of things. So the conditions are right for a wildfire here.
Where are you at? Are you standing next to it? You're getting warmed up to it?
You stoking the fire?
Yeah, you stoking the fire?
No, you
guys. I don't know if that was
look,
a word or not.
No, you guys know where I stand, and Sam Flannel's got to get his finger ready for this one. You know where I stand with the Detroit Lions and everything that happens. I let Rick Ross speak for me.
Show us.
That and that's just where it is, and that's why. And look, to be fair, that's why my take on Brad Holmes has never changed. Because Rick Ross, Rose, with Brad Holmes, he did do that.
Show us.
One draft in, he plucked you 3 starters.
He showed us.
He showed us, right? I have data. I have things I can look at for Brad Holmes. So, yeah, with Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams to a degree, too, it's Rick Ross season, man. The whole draft class.
Yeah. Show us.
Who's your favorite to have a big year out of those two? Those two at the photo day.
I gotta see what the deal is with Jamison Williams.
He'll be back.
Okay, is that your medical opinion? Is that your professional medical opinion?
Actually, yeah. Shout out to our boy Spinny, part of the All Access Sports Medicine show, the doctor show. They were here this last weekend. He said he's already running right now. His time frame was like 5 to 7 months, and I guess he's already like training and stuff like now.
Yeah, and the thing that makes me hopeful about that too, the former NFL medical people that I talk to, he was encouraged because it was just the ACL, from his understanding. Obviously he's not looking at the medical reports. It was just the ACL and not the structure around the ACL.
Correct.
His understanding was there was no damage to the structure around the ACL. So it's clean, it gets healed, and you roll out.
Correct.
So there's not a ton to that. You know what I'm saying? So that got me a little excited as well. But I got to see.
Yeah.
I got to see it.
Yeah, I mean, and especially, too, like if his recovery time is 5 to 7 months, and the football season starts till September, and it's 2 months away from him being, fully recovered, he'll be on the field. So pick one.
I got to see it.
Fire, man.
Yeah, I got to see it, man.
Come on.
I got to see him on the – because here's what will happen. I think if you go player for player, I think Jamison Williams has the better chance to be dynamic.
I agree.
I think, but he's got to be on the field to do that. And if I say I'm leaning towards Jamison Williams, I go, oh, Neal, you're just hating on Aiden Hutchinson, and you hate Michigan and those types of things. And then if he doesn't play the first 4 games, oh, see, Aiden Hutchinson got 2 sacks and Jamison Williams has to play. You were wrong, Neal. You were wrong. Because you know that's how it'll be, and that's fine. I got broad shoulders. I can take that. I got a guaranteed contract. So even more reason why I can take that. So that I lean towards Jamison Williams.
Yeah.
I do. I lean that way.
That's fair. I'm with you. I lean towards Jamison Williams too. He's a special kind of player, man. The guy's a playmaker. I was watching highlights again this weekend. Honestly, I think I'd watch highlights of Jamison Williams every week. And this guy's a speed demon, and like there's constantly new videos coming out on YouTube about him, and not even like Detroit Lions YouTubers. I'm talking like national media. You know what I'm saying? Got like Think Football, I think was the one I was watching this week and breaking down Jamison Williams plays. Like the he's a real deal, and hopefully Jared Goff is able to utilize him on the deep ball, and even if not, he's got the speed to take remember when Calvin used to take those slants to the crib, just gone.
Yeah.
He's got that in him, man. He's got that in him.
Those were great days. Rich Diana says, we always knew you were crazy, Neal. That's why we like you. Thumbs up. Okay. GW the Kid, you're on point today, Neal. John Suba, Neal, what are your thoughts when they should let Williams play? No clue, brother. I'm not a doctor. I don't live in that world. And I'll never speak on another man's, injuries or intent or things like that. I don't know.
Spitty, you were there at the doctor show last week. What were they saying? Like, what was your takeaway from the stuff they had to say about JMO?
That was a couple weeks ago, but yeah, no, they talked about him being better, him being on good track. I found the video of him working out a little bit, doing the lateral movement kind of stuff, and so he's ready for that. And I mean, like we said, Adrian Peterson came back in 6 months from an ACL tear and won an MVP and rushed for 2,000 yards. So it's not the death sentence that it used to be. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be even 5 years ago, when that happened to Adrian Peterson. So we can see him come back. I still don't want him to rush into it. I don't want us to rush him on the field to get that excitement. I want him to make sure he's 120% because we're not really, in my opinion, playing for anything this year anyways. So if we rush him on the field and he gets hurt again, that'll just piss me off even more.
Have we done that poll yet on this show? Who thinks we have the better rookie season, JMO or Aiden?
Let's put it up there, man. Yeah, let's do. Who will have the better rookie season? Jamison Williams, Aiden Hutchinson.
Neal, I saw your valet dropped your car off behind EZ there.
Oh, they did. Oh, yeah, that's right. There it is. There,
the double R pulled up.
That was what you were looking at.
I got I got that matte paint put on there.
Yeah, Rose came and dropped it off.
Yeah. He's like, where are all you crypto dudes at? And that was me. So yeah, glad to see. They got the rolls hooked up there, and that's cool. The driver's hanging out there waiting for me to wrap up the show here today, but we are going to do that. Mike G says, Neal, when Hutchinson gets 10-plus sacks this year, will you buy a 97 Lions jersey? I don't think that I will, but I'll be happy. There's no question about it. Again, guys, and let me just disarm this now while it pops in my head before we go to the break. Let me just disarm this and stop you, because I know you have it in your Twitter drafts and stuff like that. You have it in your chat drafts and everything like that. If he pops off, good. I'm a Lions fan.
Show us.
Yeah.
I'm a Lions fan.
Yep.
I want the Lions to win. I don't care where the guys went to college. I'm a National Football League Detroit Lions fan. I want them to win. I don't care who helps them do it. That's the difference. I'm a quote-unquote professional fan, I guess. It doesn't matter. I don't hold ill will towards Aiden Hutchinson or anything like that. I watch. I give you my observation. I get my check every 2 weeks. That's how it works.
Is you going to say Jared Goff, Spence?
No, I'm just. Did I say we're tanking this year? Did I say that?
Did you say that?
Did I just say that? Because everybody in the chat thinks I just said we're tanking this year. Just because I said I don't think we have anything to play for this year. Because I don't think we're going to be a playoff team. And would you rather us get 4 wins, 3 wins, and get a top 4 pick, or 7 wins and get 14 or 10?
10. Because I know we got a damn good football coach. For me, that's what I want to see.
Let me tell you about a damn good energy drink. That's right. The summer of Citron is here. And now Citron's available at Kroger. You can scoop it up next time you're pushing that grocery cart through your local Kroger. They are on sale. Get 2 of them for $4 so you can give them a try. Just give them a try, guys. That's all I'm asking you to do. It's not a ton right there. Once you try it, you'll know what we know here at Woodward Sports. You'll know what the Detroit Pistons know, the Detroit Red Wings, Detroit City FC, all the official partners with Cintron. Cintron, the new energy drink for the active lifestyle. Golf season is here. Cintron on the golf course. You already know what it is. Drink it. Live it with Cintron.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Putting on a show here, and that's how you answer.
We love our sports. We just wish they'd love us back. Detroit sports for Detroit sports fans. Woodward Sports.
Fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken. Wingsnob has the best traditional wings. Dry signature sauce of Jamaican jerk or lemon pepper. Wings are tossed to perfection in any sauce you pick. When the wings are this good, you're allowed to be a snob. Order online now at wingsnob.com. Wingsnob, we just have better wings.
Off and running, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ here in the house for D-Mac. We got Spencer, we got Sam Flannel. You guys know how we are doing it. YouTube chat poll right now. Cut and dry, who will have the better rookie season? Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams. 70% say Aiden Hutchinson.
We should have known it was going to go that way, man. The way these Michigan... I'm no offense, but... Michigan
Easy, be careful.
They're strong. Hey, they're strong. I'm complimenting them. They ride strong.
Sam Flannel, you're a Michigan slap. Are you going to take that from him?
Actually, what's your answer, Flannel Sam?
Well, the reason why it's much more likely to be Aiden Hutchinson is because Jamison Williams might miss some games. Although, if I'm being objective, if we're putting everything into a vacuum, not taking that into account, it's actually tough because Aiden Hutchinson is obviously, I thought he was the best pass rusher in the draft. He can come in, be a 10-sack guy right away. But Jamison Williams, every field he stepped on last year, he was the most elusive, most dynamic, and the fastest, and he runs good routes. He's actually a good, skilled wide receiver. So my answer is I think they both can do great things. But since Jamison Williams is might miss some games, it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson.
Say they all play all the games. Don't weasel out of this, Sam Flannel.
He's playing week 1.
Betray your nation. Go ahead and betray your nation right now. Take the heat. I take the heat every single day. Go ahead, Sam. Make the call.
You're so toxic, Neal.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson because I think the defense is going to need him to produce more than the offense is going to need Jamison Williams. I think this year he might be more of a cog. I could still see him getting 1,000 yards, but Aiden Hutchinson...
If he gets 1,000 yards receiving, he will have a better rookie year than Aiden Hutchinson.
I don't know about that because I think Aiden Hutchinson's going to step on the field day one and be the best defensive player on the team.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, Spencer.
Yeah,
mark it down. Here we go.
Give me some of that
on May 23rd. May 23rd.
Marking it.
Sam Flannel, speaking for the Michigan Wolverines fan base, has just taken another hit. That's right. They have squeezed that tube around their arm, and they pushed it into their veins.
What's the Aiden Hutchinson sack total for you, Sam?
What, 16 and a half? Over?
I am going to go
21?
12.
Whoa.
16 and a half?
12.
12?
Yeah. Who led them in sacks last year? Charles Harris was 7.5.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson is going to step on the field day one, and I don't think this is a hot take at all and be the best defensive player on the Lions. Who is it going to be? Romeo Okwara? Charles Harris? Come on. It's Aiden Hutchinson.
Tracy Walker?
No. Aiden Hutchinson's better than Tracy Walker.
Give me some more, Sam Flannel. Give me some more. Come on.
Aiden Hutchinson will be a Pro Bowler in his rookie year.
Jesus, are you serious?
I am serious.
Are you being for real right now?
He could be an
all
my
in the vacuum. Aiden Hutchinson's going to be the president.
So we got DeAndre Swift leading the NFC in rushing, and Aiden Hutchinson being a Pro Bowler.
So this is a Super Bowl caliber team then.
Damn, yeah. The more I talk, the more I talk, I keep talking myself into it. But I'm not backing off now. They're not a Super Bowl caliber team because of Jared Goff. But I do think all of those things are going to happen. DeAndre Swift leads the NFC in rushing, even though it might only be 1,100 yards. And Aiden Hutchinson will be a Pro Bowler his first year, but he could also be an alternate. He's not going to be all pro like Nick Bosa's rookie year, but a Pro Bowler, if he has 12 sacks, I could totally see it.
Right away, Chuck Brewer says, Neal, lots of periods. Flannel Sam does not speak for all of Michigan fans. No, I think he does. I think he's the official mouthpiece.
He speaks for the vast majority.
Yeah. I think he's the mouthpiece for him right now.
I heard his Aiden Hutchinson's dad's a doctor, and they're going to cure cancer as well this year.
So let's recap, everybody. Let's recap.
He speaks for the vast majority.
DeAndre Swift will lead NFL or the NFC?
The NFC.
The NFC in rushing. Okay.
Wow.
Aiden Hutchinson will have, what'd you say, 22 sacks?
12.
Oh, 12. And he will be defensive rookie of the year.
Yes, I 100% believe that. I also said a Pro Bowler.
Yeah. And a Pro Bowler.
Yes, a Pro Bowler.
Okay. So we have that. So what let's just go with this.
That's a playoff team.
Right? That's a division champion, right?
I don't think so because I don't believe in Jared Goff. I know that with all that being said, everything around him would ideally be there, but I think Jared Goff, with him, they'll still only win 8 games.
Yes, let the Jared Goff
Sam,
hate exude
listen
through
to yourself right now. So you're saying you have the NFC's leading rusher. So that would take into account that the ball isn't in Jared Goff's hands as much as maybe you think it will be. And you have the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowler, with 12.5 sacks at a minimum.
Sacks.
Probably going to get 25.
Yeah.
But we'll get 12.5. But you're telling me that's an 8-win team, Sam Flannel.
I think that is an 8-win team. But if Jared Goff does take care of the football, I could see them getting to 10, but I'm not going to say division winner. I still think it's going to be the Packers.
How many yards does J-Mo get?
1,074.
All right, we got a 1,000-yard receiver, a 20-sack Pro Bowler, the leader in the NFC in rushing.
It doesn't matter who your quarterback is at that point.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I said 12, not 20.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking.
Do you think Aiden Hutchinson's a better prospect than Chase Young?
That is very, very tricky. I think Chase Young's upside is higher, but Chase Young, he did have a really great rookie year, then he got hurt. I think their career arc could be somewhat similar. I think they're both terrific.
Because Chase Young had 7.5 his rookie year.
I thought he had
a lot.
I thought he had 9, but it's splitting hairs.
Jake Wegener says, yeah, I'm a Wolverines fan and went for J-Mo. He has a much better chance to be an electric playmaker when healthy. Mike G says, Aiden will have more opportunity. Don't forget the Lions wide receiver core got a bit deeper as well.
But I think that helps J-Mo, if anything.
Peaceful Tim, is it easier for a wide receiver to produce stats? Epic says Goff will lean on J-Mo. And there's some discussion about that, too, is NFL Draft Junkie. For Jameson Williams to be successful, someone has to throw him the ball. Hutchinson can be successful on more plays by winning battles. Mr. Privy says the same thing. Goff factors into J-Mo's production, so that has to be factored into this debate. So, I mean, like, these are the things, though, but... And look, let's close out this poll right now. Who will have the better rookie season? 73% of you say Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, I get it. I knew what we were walking into with that. How about this one? Is Sam Flannel effing crazy? Yes or no? Okay, I need clarification on how you have the NFC's leading rusher in DeAndre Swift. You have the defensive rookie of the year.
20-sack Pro Bowler.
And a Pro Bowler in Aiden Hutchinson. Yet you win 8 games.
Well, there's many factors of that. Like I said, I don't think Jared Goff is a high-level quarterback anymore. And he never really was, but he did get to a Super Bowl with the Rams. You got to give him some credit for that. And I think their linebacking core and secondary is fairly weak still, especially the linebacking core. Even though it's not as important as it used to be, it might be the worst in the league. So I could see...
Wait, I was told Malcolm Rodriguez is here, and he's ready to roll.
Thanksgiving.
But we also have Alex Anzalone starting games. Come on, he's awful. He's the worst starting linebacker in the league. That's why I think Malcolm Rodriguez could actually come in and start. Because who's he going to replace? Alex Anzalone? Dude is terrible. He's that classic grit guy that is not big, but he's slow. You know that kind of guy? kind of like that folk hero that Detroit sports fans fall in love with, but he's actually terrible. Kind of like Akil Badu. But I digress. Yeah, Don Kelly. Good answer. Good
Brandon
answer.
Inge.
Love me some Don Kelly. Don Kelly's the best baseball player of all time.
Fight
Literally
me.
played all 9 positions.
Super Juggernaut 87 says Hutchinson with Rodriguez blitzing. So there you go. There's some love for Sam Flannel in there as well. Coquet says Jameson the better player. He's just not local, so he doesn't get the Hutch love. I wonder what that handicap is, Easy. For real. Like if you had to handicap it in a poll that's 72-28, what do you think the margin for error is? The slappiness. I'll call it. What's the slappiness rating on 30%. That poll? So you think it's a 50-50? You think in reality it should be a 50-50 proposition?
Probably, 60-40 in J-Mo's favor, I'd say. Just because we've seen, considering the success of wide receivers in the rookie years, we've seen it consistent. Whether it's been Justin Jefferson, whether it's been Jamar Chase last year, rookie wide receivers are capable of having success in the league. Where it's less likely is with the edge rushers. It's because that position, so sometimes it takes a little bit of time to break in, learn the veteran blocker's ways and how to get around that type of stuff. So for me, just speaking in terms of the rookie season, I would say I'd have to favor J-Mo for sure. Again, just based off track record, and again, the kid's phenomenal. It's potential, I should say. I just want to say that. And there's also breaking news by NFL Draft Junkie. Aiden Hutchinson has just crushed communism.
Man,
so there's that too.
He's having a good morning. Between that and curing cancer.
Beating the war on drugs.
Yeah, savage.
Single-handedly rescuing Ukraine from the tyrannical.
I heard he's on a plane over there to go ahead and discuss that and break that down.
He's actually working on Brittany Griner's case, trying to get her back home.
Yeah.
Home from Russia.
He may as well. He's already swinging out to the Ukraine to handle that, too. It's a short flight, and then you come back.
He flew the jet to get there while cutting his own hair.
Oh, man. You guys are making me laugh. Brandon Katz, Chase Young destroyed teams. He had 4 to 5 sack games. Hutchinson is not on his level. He didn't have 4 to 5 sack games, right? He only had, 9.5?
I don't remember any 4 to 5 sack games, but you could also see in his rookie year with Chase Young that he was extremely impactful, and he's on the trajectory to be one of the best defensive ends in the league. But I expect that from Aiden Hutchinson. Like I said, I think their career trajectories will be somewhat similar.
Somebody in the chat said WWHD.
What would Hutch do?
What would Hutch do?
The bracelets are available in stores now.
Yo, we gotta make that a shirt for
T-shirts, hats, the bracelets, everything.
The Bible written by Hutch. Gospel written by Hutch.
Scott Klingler says, Neal, easy. Am I wrong that Hutchinson can change the team and has an opportunity to help change the culture? I want to know, Neal. See, guys, we're getting romantic right now about that change of culture stuff because I've always said that culture, to a degree, culture is overrated. Show me a team that's winning, I'll show you good culture. That's always the way that it seems to go for me. I feel as though we're getting a little romantic right now. I mean, Pro Bowls, Defensive Rookie of the Years, settling the conflict with Russia and Ukraine, changing the culture of the Lions and stuff like that. He'll impact the culture if he has 12.5 sacks in his Defensive Rookie of the Year and goes to the Pro Bowl. Hell yeah, that'll change the culture. Why?
Yeah.
They'll win football games.
Which he will, 12 sacks. And I agree with you for the most part about culture being overrated. I think it's going to be with his play that he's going to impact them because he's going to be great. He was the number 2 pick. It should be no surprise that that I believe in him to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year, especially when the number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker, that was considered kind of a reach and controversial. So Aiden Hutchinson, best pass rusher in the draft, going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And that's what we all want for the Lions.
Yes.
That is. And through all that, that's what I want too. Yes, I want Aiden Hutchinson to ball out. I want him to get 20 sacks. I want him to be Rookie of the Year because that means the Lions will win games. And you know what else? He'll be doing it on a rookie contract. So that's what I want, that you'll have control of for 4 more years after that. Desperately want him to be good. Desperately want him to be good. And next thing you know, he'll be the spokesman for Guardian Alarm.
Because the defense is that damn good. Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind. Whether you're at home, on the field, or on the road, their local 24/7 monitoring makes sure what is important to you is always safe. And it's easy to get it. Simple numbers. It's 97. It's Aiden Hutchinson, actually. No, I'm just kidding. It's 1-800.
Stay out.
One more time, man. You want some peace of mind? You want some Aiden Hutchinson protecting your home? It's 1-800.
Stay out.
1-800.
Stay out. Get out of my house.
Tell them Woodward Sports sent you. This is Big D Energy.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Cintron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings, proud partners of the Detroit Pistons, and exclusively served at Little Caesars Arena. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Cintron is your top choice.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning. You already know what it was. We were out there on Friday, as a matter of fact, on their location on John R. Had a great time as well. You can join the Pepper Club at Chili Peppers Tanning. You'll get all the best deals and get your unlimited tanning setup going on. They'll beat all the competitors' prices by at least $5. They have the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans. 26 locations. More on the way. If you're going to do the tanning, Chili Peppers Tanning, that's your only choice, guys. We are on it here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Update, our YouTube chat poll. Has Sam Flannel lost his mind? And let me give you the context if you're just joining us. Sam Flannel, and we got into the discussion, who will be more impactful, Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams, those things. Sam Flannel, who in the past, as you guys know, has already guaranteed that DeAndre Swift will lead the NFC in rushing. Has guaranteed it. Take it to the bank. We got into talking about this, the rookie season's coming up. He doubles down now and says that Aiden Hutchinson not only will have at least 12.5 sacks, not only will be impactful, not only will lead a resurgence on this Detroit Lions defense, but will also be the defensive rookie of the year, will also be a Pro Bowler as well. He has locked that in. He has locked in Jamison Williams, over 1,000 yards receiving this year, but yet has them as an 8-win team. Has Sam Flannel lost his mind? 59% of you say yes, he did. 41% of you say no, he did not.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Remember the handicap you're asking for? It's 41%. that's there it is.
That's the margin for error on the poll?
Yes.
Peaceful Tim just says hashtag Flannel Sam.
It's yes.
B-Mickle38 says Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, tell him, Sam.
Hey, some people are supporting me. 41% is actually more than I thought, so thank you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Austin Harris wants to know, are you making this prediction based off of Dalvin Cook being injured again?
Not necessarily. I think Dalvin Cook is going to share some carries with Alexander Madison. I broke this down on a previous show. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon are going to share carries. Christian McCaffrey can't stay healthy. Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy. And Alvin Kamara, believe it or not, has never had an 1,000-yard season. It's a lot more plausible than you think. And Ezekiel Elliott, you've already mentioned. He's done. He's finito. He's not good anymore. So I think it's very possible.
He's good. He's good if you want to be disappointed in fantasy football.
Exactly.
He's great for that.
Exactly.
And then you want like 8 44-yard rushing games in a row with 1 touchdown.
I mean, my point exactly. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know my stance on the Cowboys and Zeke Elliott. You guys know what he's going to do out there. Polaris Holmes says they're not going to give Hutch credit. He played for Michigan, LMAO.
I would definitely give him credit.
I'll give him credit when he has 12 sacks.
Yeah, you can't deny giving somebody credit. Especially, again, if they put up 12.5 sacks in a rookie year, you have to give that guy credit. There's no way around that. But can I make a bet with you, Flannel Sam?
Go for it.
If he gets 12.5 sacks, Aiden Hutchinson, and I'll get a tattoo, what would be your end of the bargain if he doesn't?
For the record, 12 is what I said.
Okay, 12.
I know that's splitting hairs, but it's 12 are my exact words. Oh, man. What should I do?
Will you get a blue flannel tattooed on your leg? Just a flannel.
A flannel, a 97 flannel.
A 97 flannel, yeah. If he gets 12 sacks, heck yeah. Almost said a different 4-letter word there. But we need something for Flannel Sam, though. Like, what would he do on the losing end of that?
He can never wear a flannel again.
No, man.
No, we would never do that. That's his brand.
Can you get 97 tattooed on your neck?
Okay, no tattoos. What about? Well, I don't know if the world wants to see this. What if I do like an open shirt flannel, open shirt sleeveless?
It's got to be sleeveless.
Yes, for a week.
Yeah. Okay, for a week.
Can we shave 97 to your chest hairs?
Yes.
All right, deal.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Emilio Jacena says, "Don't forget about Jared Davis." Yeah, when you're talking Lions linebacking core.
My point exactly. They're the worst in the league. Jared Davis, Exhibit A. Alex Anzalone, Exhibit A. Malcolm Rodriguez, he could start, and it's not because he's so great. It's because their core is so bad. Although I think Malcolm Rodriguez can make an instant impact on special teams at least. So I'll give you guys, the heavyweights, some credit for kind of... You guys have been trailblazers in this Malcolm Rodriguez thing.
Yeah, no big deal. We did start the hype train.
Yeah, Malcolm Rodriguez's mom follows EZ on Twitter now.
I don't want to put that in the air, Spence. Come on now.
Sorry, I just put it out there. She knows. She knows we started the hype train.
She knows.
We're on his way.
Brandon Katz said, anyone with a Hall of Fame quarterback will make the playoffs consistently. And that's where it is, because this goes into the next one. This comes from our guy, NFL Draft Junkie. And I've told you guys this before. When you guys come up with good stuff, I'll use it. And you guys can help program the show. A, it makes our lives easier. And B, it's good content. Because I think that's a great comment that segues very nicely into it. NFL Draft Junkie asked the question earlier, is it realistic to expect the Lions to contend for a division title? And I saw that he doubled down later and asked the question. He doesn't see why not. And my main thing will go back into exactly what that last comment was. There's two reasons why I don't expect the Detroit Lions to contend for a division title this year.
Jared Goff.
Aaron Rodgers, which, that
goes hand
in hand with it. Aaron Rodgers. And look, we can talk about the Hutch hype train. We can talk about the drafts and the Jameson Williams and all those. The Malcolm Rodriguez wrecking ball. That's what everybody keeps calling him. As we close out that poll, 59% of you say, yes, Sam Flannel lost his mind. When Aaron Rodgers is on the field playing the Lions, who are you going to bet your mortgage on? If I made you bet your mortgage on it, who are you betting it on?
Rodgers. Yeah.
And that's just the way it is right now.
Things will never be the same.
Until I'm told differently, in a game that matters, who you betting on?
Aaron Rodgers, for sure. It's
easy. Who you betting on?
Aaron Rodgers.
Sam Flannel, who you betting on?
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm betting on Aaron Rodgers, too.
It's so gross. Maybe say it out loud.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's my answer to you, NFL Draft Junkie, is that's why it's not realistic to expect them to win a title. Never mind the fact that they're still kind of in the process of doing the final touches to the books, and they're still in the process of adding a few more players via the draft. Once we get through this season, then I expect we ride. And certainly into 24 at an absolute minimum. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a year leeway even through the 34-game DMAC clock. I'll give you 1 year of leeway through that, depending on how it shakes out. Like if Dan Campbell's a disaster, or you get in some games that matter, and coaching mistakes are made. At 24 is an absolute minimum. I do expect a division title by 24. I do. When you roll into a year where you have 3 drafts, and if you've been clipping them at 3 starters per draft, now you're talking about you've added 9 starters. And I won't put you under the microscope for that. Give me 8 starters.
Yeah.
With a couple of depth guys. If you've done that and you got 100-ish million, 90-ish million in cap space, we ride.
That's fair. But we still need a quarterback. You need a quarterback before you can contend for maybe not division titles, but to be a consistent threat in the division, you need a quarterback. Although who knows what Aaron Rodgers is doing by then. He might be retired by then. He might be host of Jeopardy by then. So we'll see. I just don't think we'll ever be a consistent threat until we have an elite quarterback.
It's as much as I'm not gonna call it hate. As much as I keep it real about Jared Goff, I mean we could consistently contend for the conference with him as a quarterback. I mean Jimmy G over there in San Fran does it, you know what I'm saying? And Jared Goff was doing it there as well. Granted, those are like different levels of coaching, you'd have to say, admit at this point. But Dan Campbell says time to prove that maybe he's that. We know certainly there's pieces of his staff. Sorry, there's a nice person walking behind me. There's pieces of his staff that are considered like high-level coaches. So, it's doable. I just don't think that he's the guy if you truly want to contend for a Super Bowl. a championship or win like playoff games. I just don't think he's that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
Yeah, not that guy, pal.
Mr. Privy says it's not too much to ask. They're just inequipped to do so. And there's, from a talent perspective, for me, and I know we're hyping it up, and I'm the leader of that charge, where with my Penei Sewell takes of fit the gold jacket. Mm-hmm. For real, fit the gold jacket. Let's put that on the YouTube chat poll. Is it realistic to expect the Lions to contend for a division title? And I'll spike the Kool-Aid and
realistic? Or this year? I don't even
Not
know
this
what
year.
I just said.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Is it realistic to expect the Lions to contend for a division title this season?
Tough.
They're not there from a talent perspective yet. They're just not. You have one draft class with 3 starters that have 1 year in the league, and now you have another core of rookies added to that. They're not ready yet for that.
I mean, if the rookies pan out, you could say that they're talent-wise, but again, like rookies take a while, you know what I'm saying, to become like that deal. Not everybody is like what they're going to be the rookie year, especially in the NFL. NFL, I think more than any other sport, it takes them a year to get like, used to everything. Or it's just there's veteran tricks to, especially like rushing the edge. That's why like 12.5 for Aiden. I don't really think that's a thing. We'll see though, man. I mean, talent-wise, though, I say we're getting pretty damn close.
Epic on our YouTube chat thread says Aiden Hutchinson actually did my mortgage, so he's over there writing mortgages too, which is cool. He's got a lot on his plate, for a Monday.
What a guy!
Man.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate.
12 sacks, writing mortgages, world peace. Man, what?
Saving Brittany Griner.
Yeah, saving Brittany Griner, his dad curing cancer, all that good stuff. Aiden
He actually
Hutchinson.
trained all the Lady Jane's people behind you. That's why they do such a great job of cutting
Renaissance man.
Michael Boyd says Josh Paschal is just forgotten, and yes, there is a degree to that. See, I think with him, that's going to be one of those picks. He's a kind of pick that you're never going to go back to and point and say he was that dude. But when this team wins a division or wins a playoff game, that was my big point of contention, that Brad Holmes wins a playoff game. He's going to be one of those dudes, and I just feel that way, where you'll go back and point to him and say that's a reason that the Lions won a playoff game. He will never have a 28 sack season like Aiden Hutchinson will.
By the way, people are in the chat asking what we mean by contend. I'd say be able to win it in the last 3 weeks of the season. Be in the conversation of winning the division in the last 3 weeks
Have that
of the
little
season.
sentence under your name in the graphic on the pregame show. Win division if and if.
If this team loses, you beat the Packers,
Right.
and the Vikings lose.
Can win division if.
Yeah.
That's. I think that's a good way to put it. Will there ever be a graphic this season that says Lions can win division if ...
Aiden Hutchinson gets 25 sacks.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that one's understood. But that's my point, though, with the Brad Holmes things. The Paschal thing, he's going to be one of those dudes. When they do win, he'll be a reason why. He'll never never be like that dynamic force that everybody points to. Again, it goes back to when you look at the 49ers when they went to the Super Bowls, when you look at the Ravens when they went to the Super Bowls. This guy was picked in the 5th round. This guy was picked in the 6th round.
Yeah.
This guy was a 2nd round pick. Their first overall pick is a Pro Bowler. This 2nd round guy reached a Pro Bowl. This 4th round guy is a solid contributor. This 7th round guy they took is a contributor on special teams. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Strawberry Fest, that's how it's done too. At Big Boy, they brought back some of the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, strawberry pancakes, the strawberry waffle. Look at that strawberry waffle. If you're watching on the YouTube, look at that. That is a work of art up there at the top of the screen. Not a breakfast guy, say you're like Spencer Raxter, you roll in there about 1:30 after a heavy night. They got your back with that too. The new strawberry bacon chicken wrap. The crispy chicken wrap, the nacho wrap, the strawberry salad, whatever you guys want. It's the perfect recipe for spring rolling into summer. And don't forget to grab dessert. And here's really the whole reason for Strawberry Fest. Like the strawberry waffle on your screen, that's cool. The whole existence of Strawberry Fest is based around the strawberry pie. You can lie to me, but damn it, don't lie to yourself. It's about the strawberry pie, which you can get, by the way, for $1.99 when you spend $7.99 at Big Boy. You don't want to lose money. You're going to spend $7.99 on something and not get the strawberry pie? You're a fool if you do. Let's be real about it. Big Boy will be live from the Big Boy at Brighton on Wednesday. It's Woodward Sports and Big Boy, a Detroit institution.
At Wing Snob, staying humble's not our forte. We just have better wings. We're back at it again with our crispy golden brown fries and our famous boneless wings. Juicy, tender, hormone-free chicken. Your favorite signature sauces with no bone. Just when you thought Wing Snob couldn't get any better. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wing Snob. We just have better wings.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. You trying to square up, Easy?
It's the Blade Icewood.
It's Blade Icewood.
Oh, okay, I got you. Neal Ruhl, EZ here in for DMAC. He'll be back at it tomorrow. We got Sam Flannel. We got Spencer Raxter. Happy to have you all with us. Big numbers again today. Smash that like button, as my kid's favorite YouTuber would say. Smash that like button. So go ahead and do that as well. NFL Draft Junkie, Neal, EZ, Spencer, Sam, are you guys going to give DC kudos if they go 9-8?
Hell yeah, we just said that.
Yeah, I'll give them kudos if they win 7 games.
It depends on how it goes down.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, are they 8-4 at one time, and a stupid decision or a stupid gamble or something like that costs them a game that kind of sends them into a tailspin?
What happened to a win's a win?
Right. But if you're 8-4 and you finish with 8 or 9 wins, that's pretty much a collapse, right?
Yeah.
You got to see how it goes down.
I mean, there's some narrative to it, though. Obviously, there may be some injuries or whatever, but I don't know, man. 9 wins, I think you got to give credit due regardless.
That's not all built. It's not linear. You know what I'm saying? Like, improvement isn't this straight line that just goes up.
Yeah.
There's peaks and valleys to it. What are the valleys? That's where it is. If they were 8-4 and they go 9-8, are you pissed about that, Sam Flannel?
I'm upset, but this year, I think if they win 9 games, and this is coming from someone who has his questions about Dan Campbell, if he wins 9 games this year for this Lions team, you got to give him credit, even if it is a collapse.
Where are you at with the 6.5, Neal? Over or under?
I mean, I would lean over, and my reasons are simple. That offensive line is a bona fide top 10, borderline top 5 unit in the NFL as far as offensive lines go. That's not a bold take. I don't think I'm just setting the world on fire when I say that.
I don't think so either.
And law of averages suggest they'll be healthy this year. And if they're healthy, Sam Flannel's little DeAndre Swift thing isn't as crazy. Now, granted, you got to hit a health parlay with that, in that all the offensive line has to stay healthy, and the real long shot is DeAndre Swift staying healthy. So, but I buy that. I can buy that. I can make a case for that. And if that offensive line is healthy and plays the whole year, yes, they will win over 6.5 games. They're not going to win the division. I don't see them making the playoffs. But I could buy it. I could buy over 6.5. But Vegas isn't giving anything away either. It seems low, though, doesn't it, EZ? Like,
6.5?
Yeah, it seems low.
It does.
Your gut's like, oh, that'll go way over.
Yeah. 7 feels like, I don't want to say it seems low because, like, we were trash last year, but I really think when people were saying 10 wins, I don't know if it was Ryan Armani or whoever it was on our network that initially said it, I don't think that's that crazy. I really don't. Especially look at the schedule, man. Like, there's a lot of winnable games in the schedule. Regardless of on the road or not, like, these teams are beatable. We were given the bottom of each division that we're facing this year, on top of guys who are probably in their second year in the league. Dude, really winnable. I had my whole list of questionable quarterbacks. The schedule is full of them. Full of guys in cough-up games. And if we're running the football, like you said, with that offensive line, that means the ball's out of Jared Goff's hands and it's not being turned over as much, and he becomes less of a questionable quarterback in those matchups. So, yeah, 7. Give me over 6.5 for sure.
NFL Draft Junkie, just asking for the Lions to be better than 3 GD teams is asking too much. When one of those teams has Aaron Rodgers, yes. And maybe that's PTSD. I don't know. Maybe that's a me problem. But we just went around the room. And if it came down to it, and they're playing each other, who you betting your money on? Is it realistic for the Lions to contend for a division title this year? 60% of you say no. 40% of you say yes, which is a little lower than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be more 70-30, but...
Yeah, is that the handicap there?
Yeah.
At 40%.
Yeah, absolutely. Pat Riley says, you win $20,000 for a $100 bet on Jared Goff winning MVP. I already put $500 on Goff and looking forward to collecting my $100,000.
Who said that?
Pat Riley in our YouTube chat thread.
You put $500 on Jared Goff to win MVP?
Pat, call in. There's no way.
Pat,
I need a
you know what?
Me
Yeah.
the slip. Show me the
I want
receipt.
those drugs.
Pat, for real. 313-552-6322. 313-552-6320. We need to talk to you.
Gotta be trolling.
You might as well just give me $500.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Well, he would if you were going to give him $100,000.
I'll give him $100,000 if Jared Goff wins MVP. Because it's not going to happen.
Pat, please call in.
Yeah,
And I'm not bashing you for real. I just want the why. Give me the how.
Yes.
What's the roadmap?
1,000%.
And I'll give you all the time you want.
I want the same thing.
Show us.
Yes, exactly. No, I definitely need to hear how that goes down, especially considering we're a run-heavy offense. We saw it last year, even with Ben Johnson took over play calling. Like, we run the damn football. It's the strength of our offense. I don't know, man. By the way, Sam, I was listening to your reasoning for DeAndre Swift leading the NFC in rushing, and you had mentioned health for a couple of guys, and I'm like, well, we have DeAndre Swift who kind of has that same battle himself.
That is the biggest gamble of it all because he hasn't been able to stay healthy. But when he has, he's been pretty good on a per-game basis. But if he stays healthy and the offensive line, I think his per-game numbers will go up. And that, in turn, will lead to him leading the NFC in rushing. But I also think it has a lot to do with the fact that there aren't any really great NFC running backs except maybe a Dalvin Cook. And Alvin Kamara, he's a really good running back, but he's never rushed for 1,000 yards. Look it up.
That shook me when you said that. And you're I will give you this, Sam Flannel. This is why I like rolling with you. You are the king of stats that you would never think is true, but are true. That floored me when you said that.
I mean, if you look and verify, it is 100% true. I think his leading rushing year was 978.
Okay. Which, I mean, granted, you keep adding games, and it's not what it used to be, running for 1,000 yards. Certainly with the passing attacks of the NFL, it's changed. But that stat is staggering to me about Kamara. It is absolutely staggering. Scott Klingler, Neil Rogers lost his guy, so how dominant is he going to be? And EZ chime in too. And before I get EZ's take on this, let's close that one out about is it realistic? Bottom line, if you had to bet your mortgage payment, you taking Aaron Rodgers or you taking the Lions in a game?
Rodgers.
100%.
Yeah. We've seen. I don't know, man. And yeah, you got to pick Rodgers. There's no way around it. It's
okay.
100%
So
Rodgers.
let's answer Scott's question. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers lost his guy, so how dominant is he going to be?
Did Rodgers suck before Devontae Adams? Is this that confuses me so much when people say that. Even when the stuff was going on initially, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. I don't know if you guys have watched him play football, but aside from Devontae Adams, his receivers were Geronimo Allison and a bunch of other people you be scratching your head the name. And by the way, Christian Watson, dude's a stud as a prospect. Dude's a stud. He's 6'4". He ran a 4.3. And he's
you watch a lot of North Dakota State football games?
This year I did, yeah, because the Lions. I wanted to pick a receiver up late, and he was one of the guys, checked to be second round, third round.
Who'd you watch him play?
Who did I watch him play? I can't even tell you that he was out there playing, but I tell you he was balling. And this dude again, 6'4", 4'3".
What did he do well when you were watching the games? What did you write down in your little notebook? And I know it's a lot for you because you're Swedish elite hockey league insider.
Zuten da, yeah.
So I know it's a lot.
Christian Watson, yeah. Christian Watson very fast, yeah. Very fast, yeah. He's 6'4". Obviously gives him a advantage of the 50-50 balls, especially with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers in red zone situations. He's a guy who's able to utilize that height, especially the speed. That's the biggest thing to stand out for me, though, is the 4.3 speed on top of the 6'4" body build. Aaron Rodgers is a guy who put the ball where just you can get it, and that's why he's great. He's done it with more guys than Devontae Adams. He's had a career before him. He's had MVPs, I believe, a Super Bowl before Devontae Adams. And don't discount Rodgers.
Like I said, he had great receivers before Devontae Adams too. Right before Devontae Adams, they had Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb in his prime. Before that, they had Donald Driver, Greg Jennings. Here's
the thing too.
Wide receiver rooms.
Here's the thing too with it, Spencer, with the Aaron Rodgers, and I can't believe I'm sticking up for him. Yeah. The guy, run some shampoo through that hair, Aaron Rodgers, at some point. Can we run some conditioner through it? But anyway, with that being said, It's a lot like
freaky.
It's a lot like the old Detroit Lions coaching argument to me. Like when coaches left the Lions, where did they go?
Yeah.
Nowhere. When receivers leave Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
that's where I'm at too. I don't want to discredit Donald Driver. I don't want to discredit Greg Jennings. He left Green Bay. I'm saying, like, dude,
who's ever left Green Bay and been good?
Thank you.
Jordy Nelson was pretty good. He was old when he left, though. Randall Cobb had a good career outside of Green Bay for what he was. I mean, Randall Cobb was never a stud receiver, but he was just as good as he was in Green Bay when he left Green Bay. It's not like he turned into a bum when he left Green Bay.
The only guy I'll give you is Jordy Nelson. When he went to Oakland and did his thing. Randall Cobb, where did he go the year after when he left Green Bay? See?
Went to Dallas, right?
If he was worth anything, he would have remembered.
All right, on the YouTube chat poll, updating that. If you had to bet your mortgage payment on it, who you got, Rodgers or the Lions? And 70% of you say Rodgers. So
30% of people are losing their mortgage payment.
The other thing, too, when Cobb left, obviously, it wasn't much. Came back, and he had his moments last year, too, with Rodgers back again. He's just a good quarterback, man. Like you say, he lost his big weapon, Devontae Adams. It sucks, but he got a couple studs. Yeah, and they got Romeo Doubs as well as a receiver, who's a big target guy.
And Sammy Watkins.
Oh, that's the Sammy Watkins experience.
First 4 weeks of the season, Sammy Watkins is going to have 2 touchdowns a game.
That's big facts, so that's where Sammy Watkins washed up to.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins is like a letter in a bottle dropped in the ocean. He just washes up into somebody's team, and then they cast him back out into the ocean, and then he washes back up somewhere else.
When healthy, he's a dog, though.
That's what
happens. He's not. Stop.
When healthy, he's a dog. Stop it, Neal.
No. Sammy Watkins is good the first 4 weeks of the season every year, and then he doesn't do anything for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
It always happens.
I think Mr. Privy speaks for a lot of us. Rodgers, even though he's a turd, and it's not even close.
Rodgers is a turd for sure. Turd Ferguson.
Oh, man. Hey, if you like Jared Goff to win the MVP, and you want to win $100,000.
You're not doing it.
Hey, you just wrecked the whole thing. The people at mybookie.com are going to be pissed off at you now. Man. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and baseball is here. You can bet NFL futures. No better place to do it than mybookie.com. When you sign up for a new account, use a promo code Woodward. They'll match part of your first deposit up to 50%. Use those free bets that you get. Cast them on Jared Goff to win the MVP. Your fortune awaits at mybookie.com. And if you're betting on Jared Goff to win the MVP, let me remind you of this. Have a problem with gambling? Call the Michigan Gambling Helpline, 1-800-270-7117.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, EZ in for D-Max, Sam Flannel. We got Spencer Raxter. We got all you guys in our YouTube chat thread as well. Happy to have you all with us on a Monday. Jose De La O says, since when does dog describe average-ass Sammy Watkins? Great question, EZ. When?
When he's healthy. He's burning defenses. That's it.
So 2 games a year.
Yeah. Doesn't not make him. It is 2 games a year. Yes, he has an injury bug, but like when dude's healthy, he's a problem. He wouldn't still be in the NFL if he wasn't, especially considering all the injuries and shit that he had. Mark that. I said the S word. Sorry, my bad.
I'll never forget last year when he had 394 yards for the Ravens, or back in 2020 when he had 421 yards for the Chiefs. That was a great season also. That magical run in 2019 where he exploded for 673 yards and 3 touchdowns. That was big time. 2018 when he had 519 yards. That was a big, big year. 2016 for the Bills with 430 yards.
He's hurt all the time. I've never refuted that. But when he's healthy, look at the damn numbers he puts up.
Those are some big-time numbers.
He's dangerous when he's healthy.
Those are some big-time numbers.
You're silly if you don't think it. You think he'd be signing a contract with all these damn teams time and time again if it wasn't?
That was big time. 2021, he played 13 games.
This guy says Joe Dumars
2019 played 4. What's that?
You heard me.
What?
Joe Dumars good GM? This guy?
Undoubtedly, yes.
I had to get him
as soon as you said Joe Dumars.
What's the standing? You know what? We're taking this whole show sheet. This whole show sheet's over.
Aww.
What's the standing rule on this show? There's a couple standing rules. What's one?
No Joe D slander at all.
There will be none.
There will be none.
So I will give you the opportunity to say you were just saying that for a fact.
For a fact?
You just say, hey, I just wanted to say that for a fact.
For a fact? Yeah, for a fact, yeah.
So you think Joe Dumars was a bad GM?
No, he wasn't a bad GM. He wasn't great. He wasn't I don't think he was what you think he was. Is
a GM that constructs a team, takes them from teal uniforms to an NBA champion in Detroit, in a quote-unquote small market. How can you tell me he's not a great GM?
Great?
Yes, that's great. That's elite.
I don't think it's great. I wouldn't say great. Look at the debacle afterwards, dude. He could not get it together. Josh Smith is unforgivable. Ben Gordon, borderline unforgivable.
Josh Smith was Stan Van.
Yeah.
No.
Easy. Do you want to swim in these waters right now? You want to do this?
Josh Smith was Joe Dumars.
You want to swim in these waters, Easy, right now? Do you want to do this?
I'm doggy paddling. What's good? Lay it on me.
For you to say he wasn't a great general manager is laughable.
I would not say
laughable, dude.
I would not say.
Look at the trades he pulled off. He assembled that team,
dude.
He assembled that team.
He got Rasheed Wallace because he was causing trouble. He was with the Jailblazers. He was a complete jackass. Big Ben, great grab. Chauncey, great grab. But those guys, let's not pretend like they weren't the Lost Island of toys. Like they just happened to band together. Like they weren't great players. They went and grabbed. They just worked out together. They were like the team's team.
Man, it's almost like somebody saw that could be the case. I wonder who it was that said, "Man, I really think that these players could be good together. I'm going to go get them together. I think we can win." Who did that?
If he saw that, how come he couldn't repeat it to any type of relevance at all?
Because the team got sold easy. The owner died.
He still makes the moves.
The owner died, and the team had to be sold.
You bring that excuse. That's such an excuse because he still had the big checkbook to write cash checks.
He didn't.
Yes,
Easy.
he did. Look at the money he paid Josh Smith.
No, he did not, Easy. He did not have
he
that.
He gave Josh Smith one of the biggest contracts of that free agency.
Easy.
You cannot blame the ownership on that.
Easy. The owner died. They had to sell the team, Easy.
He still had money to spend.
Don't do this to yourself.
Neil, he still had money to spend, did he not?
Not every single year. He did not know.
Did he not pay Ben Gordon? Did he not pay Charlie Villanueva?
Right. Did he not have to? Stop. You stop right there. No, you stop. You're a guest on this show right now, Easy. You stop.
Okay.
All right? Did he not pay them? Yes, he paid them. Did the 2 years before that, was he allowed to participate in free agency because they were transitioning the ownership of the team? Was he allowed?
I don't see the numbers. What years?
No.
Let's look at it.
The 2 years previous. No.
Yes, he did.
He was trying
to keep the whole
got transitioned. The ownership got transitioned. He oversaw that. He was the good soldier. He never complained. He delivered, man. He delivered. And you're the problem, Easy. You know what? You are. And the people on social media and the people on Twitter that want to say Joe Dumars wasn't a great general manager, I got a big-time problem with. Because you don't know what you're talking about. Bottom line, you don't know what you're talking about. He assembled an NBA champion. Assembled it. You want to talk about drafts and things like that? That's half the battle. That's half the battle. You cannot question anything he did as a general manager. Because he got you an NBA title. From teal uniforms to an NBA title.
Dude, yes, I'm with you, but I'm just not saying great is all.
Why? Because he couldn't participate in free agency?
If one championship makes you great, you know how many greats are out there that are looking for a job or just haven't been yet to do anything else or replicate it? One championship?
Yes. 3, by the way, to the organization,
yes.
including his
but
playing
as a general
tenure.
Manager,
3.
As a general manager, great is a stretch.
YouTube chat poll. Was Joe Dumars a great GM?
Dude, it's good. You're going to get the same results as admit. You got to get the handicap in there, man. Dude's a legend in Detroit. I love Joe Dumars. I'm just not calling him a great GM.
Rich Diana, Neal is a real Joe D. Slappy. Okay, Rich, how am I a Joe D. Slappy? Oh, because, he won 2 championships as a player and 1 as a GM? Yeah, I guess I'm a Slappy. Yeah, I guess I am. What a slapdick I am. Should have had 10 championships, not 3. Come on, man. Let's do this right. Let's do this. Because you're part of the problem, EZ. You, the Twitterverse, all the young bucks that are on here. Oh, Joe Dumars was an awful GM. Come on.
No. You can't say awful. You cannot say awful. He did bring a championship to Detroit. I'm just not saying
No, you're
great.
saying at the end he was awful. There were circumstances to that.
No.
There were circumstances.
There's circumstances you's just making up. He had money to spend.
Okay,
dude.
Sam Flannel, can you check that, please?
The team was sold in 2011.
Did the Pistons sell the team or no? Oh, they did.
Yeah, they bought it in 2011.
Oh, they did. So we can confirm that.
Did he still spend the bag? Did he still overpay Rodney Stuckey? Did he still sign Josh Smith? Did he still sign Ben Gordon? Did he still sign Charlie Villanueva?
When he was allowed to participate in free agency?
Did he still draft Greg Monroe? Stop, man.
Did he draft Greg Monroe? Was Greg Monroe a serviceable player? Yes, he was.
Nah, dude. He was not.
Greg Monroe was solid.
Yeah.
He was not. He was solid for us because we sucked, and so he had decent numbers because he was the best option in a bad team.
Because when you sit out free agency, you pay the bill later, easy.
Dude.
That's how it works.
Stop,
That's how it works in team construction.
Stop.
Why are the Lions bad, easy?
Stop.
Because they didn't have good players for 5 years.
There's a cap space.
That's why.
They had championship veterans on the roster. They didn't have enough cap space to play with. Once he did get cap space, he went stupid with it. In terms of stupid,
no, so you're saying cap space, easy. When was he allowed to spend, easy?
He's allowed to spend.
No, he wasn't, easy. They were selling the team. They wanted the value higher, easy, for the sale. Come on, be a smart businessman for a change.
The team was bought by then, Neal. They sold the team in 2011. He signed Josh Smith and also the contracts. I want to say, 2012, 2013?
Oh, my gosh, easy.
That's facts, Neal. It's online. Look it up. I have it on my Google machine right here. I get it. You grew up with Joe D. You saw him win 2 championships with the Bad Boys.
Yes. And then I saw him take them from teal jerseys and irrelevant to an NBA champion again that beat Kobe and Shaq. They beat Kobe and Shaq.
Listen,
he built that team from nothing, easy. He built it from nothing.
Neal.
Then you want to be stupid, dude. I don't care. The people on here, great is a stretch. Then I can't help you. He built an NBA champion that beat Kobe and Shaq from nothing. Who else beat Kobe and Shaq, easy?
One championship doesn't make you great, Neal.
Oh my God!
He was a good
in
GM.
Kobe's era, in the Spurs era.
He got a little rocky there afterwards.
That wasn't because of Joe D, my friend.
That team was the island of lost toys. They were just the perfect teammates. They weren't studs. Oh, nice deal, steal. Everyone thought, oh yeah, they're going places now. No, Chauncey and Rip were best friends. They ended up being best friends. Obviously, Ben Wallace, you had the grit and determination of him, the way he was, a Hall of Fame player in his own right. And then you got, I don't want to call it luck, but Rasheed Wallace and all the issues that he had made him available on the market.
All those trades were luck, huh? All 8 of them that he made to build that team.
I said Rasheed. I'm just talking about Rasheed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he capitalized on
Man,
that.
it's almost like he was a good judge of talent to some degree, huh?
A good judge of talent, Neal?
Yeah, almost, huh?
A good judge of talent?
Yeah. That assembled an NBA champion that beat Kobe and Shaq,
Okay, so
dude.
after that, what happened to his judgment of talent? What happened? They just left it outside? He dropped it outside
Again,
the car?
going back to it. When you have to sit out free agency.
Let me grab that judge of talent. Here you go, Josh Smith. Here you go, Ben Gordon. Oh, Greg Monroe, come on now. You're the man, dog. Come on.
Sam, let me ask you, because you're reasonable. Do you understand where I'm coming from when I say he was forced to sit out of free agency?
That's not true. That's not true.
I understand that to some extent, but Charlie Villanueva is unforgivable on every level and every single way because he is awful.
Oh, my gosh.
What you're saying isn't true,
Oh,
man.
my gosh.
He had money. He just made poor decisions.
Look at that free agency class. And then it was dropped in. Then he could spend. And by then it was too late.
No,
what else was he supposed to do?
No.
And by the way, we don't know if you're going to get this money to spend again.
You know what his idea was? I'm going to take this money. I'm going to pay Allen Iverson. That's what we're going to put. That's what let's do. Let's grab AI. Forget Chauncey as a leader. By the way, he left and still went to Western Conference Finals in Denver. Let's grab AI on his way out. All his gambling problems.
With Melo?
Yeah.
In Melo Prime Melo, by the way.
Melo.
That's that legend, that Hall of Famer.
Well, was New York Melo prime Melo?
I don't know.
He won a
He
scoring
was damn
title
good
in New
Melo,
York.
but he was maximized with Chauncey Billups, and that's why we should have kept him.
I don't know. He won a scoring title in New York. I'd say that was his best. That was his prime.
MI Sports. Neil, you're acting like people just dump on Joe. They do.
They do.
We're not dumping on him. I don't think people dump on
But
him.
the latter part of his
Joe
tenure
all the
hurts him.
time.
If he was great, he would have found a way to win with no. Sit out free agency for 2 years in the NBA and still find a way to win.
How many Eastern Conference Finals did they go to? Like, he found a way to win. I mean,
that team was
I can't. You know what? I can't help. Are we ready for a commercial? Are we to a commercial?
Yeah.
Thank God, because I can't help these people.
Where would you get this rage out, Neil?
You know what? I got it in this morning at Planet Fitness. I may have to go back after work to deal with this because I can't help people, but Planet Fitness can help you. That's right. $10 a month right now. That gets you access to your home club at Planet Fitness. And they're giving high schoolers ages 14 to 19 the ability to work out for free at any Planet Fitness location, including 80-plus locations across the state of Michigan from May 16th through August 31st as part of the High School Summer Pass initiative. New study found that while almost half of American teens admit they struggle with mental health for the first time ever during the pandemic, nearly 92% agree regular physical activity helps them feel much better mentally. Planet Fitness, everybody. Your fitness is essential.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Our friends at Alta Equipment know that when it comes to getting your job done and on a budget, you shouldn't sign Charlie Villanueva to a big contract. But getting that job on a budget and on schedule, uptime matters. That's why Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction. With the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan, there's nothing your project can't throw at you that Alta can't handle. Give them a call now at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ here in the house. We got Sam Flannel, we got Spencer Raxter as well. John Smith, Dumars is very good. He's not great, but he's well into very good. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Sam, you're reasonable. Let me ask you this. If you have a team that has teal jerseys and is winning 20 games a year, and a GM comes in and makes moves and turns you into an NBA champion that beats Kobe and Shaq in their prime, what other GMs have ever done that in history?
I can't think of any off the top of my head. That is
So would that qualify you as a great GM?
Oh, that act of doing that is beyond great.
Beyond great?
Beyond great, yeah.
Spencer, same question to you. If you have a team with teal jerseys that's winning 25 games a year, and you come in and you flush everything out, and you build them into an NBA champion that beat prime Kobe and Shaq, does that make you a great GM?
I think that part of your resume is great. Yes. That.
So how many other GMs have done that?
Not many. How many?
Wow.
A lot. And there's only been 2 GMs to give the Pistons a championship, and he's one of them.
Man, that's pretty elite. That sounds pretty elite. Period. Because it's a bottom line business.
That's fair. And I mean, not a lot of teams win NBA championships.
And oh, by the way, and he'll always get shortchanged, as I can tell, because you listen to EZ or some of you people on the YouTube chat thread. He'll never get credit for being the good soldier he was. Never to this day doesn't talk about it.
Yeah. What do you mean good soldier?
The good soldier he was. If you know, you know. And obviously you don't know.
Well, tell me.
That's fine. I have been telling you.
Tell me.
They went through an ownership transition.
Oh my God. Neal.
So I tell you, and then you say, "Oh my God!" Because that's what happened, dude.
That's BS, Neal.
How? How is it BS?
There was no cap space for them to do anything. And that transition, 2011, Neal, I'm just giving you facts, man. I'm giving you facts.
No, I'm giving you facts.
You're not.
Yeah, they went through an ownership transition. They had to see things a certain way financially.
No, Neal.
All the guy did was be a good soldier.
Neal, you know you're the cap salary guy. How are you like missing this point? There was no cap space for him to make any moves because he had put themselves in a bad situation. I'm looking at the article right now. This is from your boys, the Detroit Bad Boys. Pistons don't have room for big free agent moves. This is the summer that they sold the team. There was no cap space. They just drafted Andre Drummond. Good for him. Chris Middleton, which he traded away. Kim English and Kyle Singler. Don't forget that one. Big guy there. Good draft move. Better than Darko, though. I'd give him that. But that's a BS excuse, man. And then from there, he had the
did the Detroit Bad Boys story mention about how they sat out free agency for 2 years, leading into the transition, leading into the Ben Gordon, and then the year they did it, they were able to spend money. That's all that was available out there.
All right, man. I'm just trying to give you the facts, man.
No, you're not. You're giving me opinion. I'm giving you facts.
You're not giving me the facts. I literally just gave you the facts. There's no cap space to do anything.
Oh, my God, dude. I told you why that happened.
That's not because of ownership. Cap space.
Do you understand business? Do you understand how business works?
Yes.
You do. Do you?
Yes. I also understand to sign free agents, you need the cap space to do it.
No, you need the go-ahead to sign free agents.
There was no... Oh, my goodness, dude.
There's a lost cause, dude.
What's that movie? Bird Box? That's what I feel like I'm trying to do right now. Open your eyes!
Yeah.
No! He gave us 3 championships! No, I can't! No!
Yep.
He's a good soldier! He's a good GM, not great.
Brandon Katz, Dumars was not close to a great GM. Oh, my God, dude.
I mean, I think, didn't he just sign as the... GM of the NBA?
Yes.
I think that means,
Vice President of Operations for the NBA.
If Adam Silver signs you to that...
Well, that's not managing teams for championships.
But it still means you got to be a great executive.
Yeah, sure.
It means you got to be a great executive.
Joe D's an amazing guy.
Brandon Katz, Dumars was not close to a great GM. He destroyed the roster after building a championship team. How do all championship teams end up?
Look at the Lakers.
How does it always end up? What has to happen what happened to the Bad Boys? What happened to the Bulls? What happened to the Lakers? What happened to the Spurs? What happened to all great teams?
What happened to the Lakers this year?
They're disassembled. All right, I mean, hey, whatever.
Hey, Rob Pelinka got one, though. He's great.
Rob Pelinka is not great.
He got one, though. He got one.
Did he build that entire roster?
Hey, he got one. That's all I'm saying. He's great.
Did you come up with that, or you lift that one from the chat thread?
I'm actually looking at facts and contracts and stuff like that.
I know. Yeah, you're looking at
Open
facts.
your eyes.
Yeah, I know you're looking
scary,
at facts.
Man.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Payback.com. EZ was 5 years old when that went down.
Hey, that's all right. Don't make it.
Admin Washington. Neal, look at Dumars' drafts. Not great.
Yo, Ryan got chill in the chat. Ryan Lentz got chill in the chat. Big time. Why you want me to do? Oh.
Yeah. Epic said Ken Holland whiffed on decades worth of picks and is still considered great. And you guys know, but there are 2 Ken Holland eras.
How many Ken Holland got though?
How many what?
Rings.
How many rings?
Yeah.
He assembled that team in the non-salary cap era.
Yeah. How many rings you got though?
None post cap.
Jeez, oh Pete, this guy.
I mean that kind of makes a difference.
Yeah, but how many's he got?
Ken Holland has 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different.
And I've given him his credit for that.
Yeah.
Because you do have to do it at some point. Like you do even though you have like the blank checkbook and you're the Yankees of hockey, you still do have to do it. I give him credit for that. But as soon as it transitioned, he was outmatched. And that's just the way that it was.
That's just
and real quick too, it's like clear the air. I'm not saying Joe Dumars was a bad GM. I'm just saying it wasn't great. Is all.
Well, 61% of the people say yes.
I just want to troll Neal because he was trolling me, and it obviously went down where it went. And he had to get taught a lesson.
Stephen B says, I have to agree with Neal this time. So even people that don't agree with me are agreeing on this. 61% of the people in the YouTube chat say that, yes, Joe Dumars was a great GM. That makes me happy. So, again, it's like the majority is usually silent. It's that loud minority all the time of folks that come out there and give their spiel, their ill-informed spiel, their uneducated spiel. But that's okay, man.
When it's Hutchinson over J-Mo, we need the handicap. But when it's Joe D, in the chat, it's just spitting facts.
Yeah.
It's all true.
Chuck says, Neal, do you understand EZ's bad takes now? Yes, Chuck. I have seen the light.
It's not a bad take. I'm just giving you facts of the situation. Like, it's not a take. It's literally facts. And then you're trying, but ownership. And then we looked at the facts of it. That's not
I gave
a thing.
you the facts.
That wasn't a
ownership thing was a fact. They
was
sat
not
out.
a thing.
Okay, this is the last time we're doing it. Easy. Do you understand the following statement?
They sat out.
So no, you know what?
The numbers.
Yeah.
Dude. There was no cap space to do anything.
Dude.
That's such a
Easy.
BS excuse.
Shut up. Shut up for 15 seconds.
I did.
Do you understand the following statement? They were forced to sit out free agency for 2 years. Do you understand that? Can you comprehend that?
No, because
you
they
can't.
weren't.
Okay, then this isn't a discussion.
Okay,
this is like when we have a conversation, you have to have a baseline ability to listen / understand, which clearly you don't. Clearly you don't.
You're lying. You're talking out of your ass. Look at the stuff. Look it up, Neal.
That's not going to be on that screen. Sitting out 2 years of free agency is not going to be on that screen. It's not.
Because you pulled it out your ass. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
All right, Easy. Take the show over, man. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Your facts don't count, all right? This is
take the show, man. Go ahead.
Come on, man. All right, Neal.
Let's go.
Let's take another direction.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Pistons now.
Let's do it.
Let's Joe D him up. Let's win a championship. At 5, who do you want?
I don't know, man.
I love you, Neal.
Who's good?
I think it's tough because they are actually all pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know that I'm not the biggest fan of Jaden Ivey. As you see, like that's who won the poll. Was this on Spencer's Twitter?
Yeah.
Was the percentage 47% like Jaden Ivey? I'm just not with it, man. I think he is a good player. Like, don't get me wrong. The same way I think at one point Russ was a good player, but it doesn't equate to winning championships. That style of play, especially when you pair it with another guard who kind of needs the ball in his hands, and Cade Cunningham. That's where I'm at with it. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Like, I like to think that Russell Westbrook could probably help this team to some degree, because he's got a big contract, and it's sexy to get guys with big contracts and stuff like that, and he's a good player. Because, I don't know, like, what are we going to do in free agency? Who are we going to sign?
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson? DeAndre Ayton? You a big fan of those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Both. Let's sign them both. Because that'll tell me what they're doing. How involved they get in free agency. That's going to dictate the future of this team.
Well, it's like who they decide to pay is really what kind of dictates the future of the team. But, all right, that's a serious question, though, between the two. Yeah. DeAndre, giving the bag to DeAndre Ayton because he's getting the max versus paying a guy like Mitchell Robinson, it's like mid-tier free agency money.
Probably like 12, 13 mil a year.
Yeah, a guy who struggles with injuries, hasn't really played like a full season. Between those two, what would you do?
I don't know. Easy's take. Russell Westbrook is a dog. Do you think Russell Westbrook's a dog?
I mean, depends.
He was.
To be honest with you, in terms of like style of play, hell yes, he was a dog. He will dunk on you and stare at your face, mean mug you, rock the baby, all that stuff like that. But just because you're a dog doesn't mean you're winning championships. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a dog on the court and make highlight plays. Doesn't necessarily equivalent to championships. I think Jaden Ivey at times is a dog. He's looked like a dog at Purdue, but I just don't think it's a winning recipe for the Detroit Pistons.
I think Gypsy Vodka is the dog of vodkas in the vodka game today. It's the official drink of summer, everyone. The Mulligan, made with Gypsy Vodka. When you're out on the golf course or hanging out in the backyard, the Mulligan is calling your name. Ask for the Mulligan at your local golf course or at a Total Wine store near you. Yes, I will be giving that a spin. There is no doubt about it. Gypsy Vodka, the originator of the best vodka in the vodka game. They're stepping up. And Spencer, you know where I am. little 8% on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You can always fit that under the salary cap.
Sure.
The mulligan from Gypsy Baca. Get it out on the golf course this year.
We all know Cade should have been Rookie of the Year. But you know the saying, Detroit versus everybody.
Uh-oh. Cunningham all by himself.
Woodward Sports.
Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. We brought back some of the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, hot cakes, and waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try our new strawberry bacon chicken wrap. Crispy chicken wrap, nacho wrap, or strawberry salad. The perfect recipe for springtime. And don't forget to grab dessert, including our berry delicious strawberry pie for only $1.99 with the purchase of $7.99 or more at participating Big Boy locations.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it. You've heard about it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Fulling. There are multiple things you can do. You can host your team-building event, corporate party, or just come with your family and friends. Have a good time. 2 different ways you can play. They got $12 open unlimited play. Stay there night and day, open till close. Have a great time. Or private lane reservation, $120 up to 10 people. You know about their mystery beer vending machine. You put in $2, pops you out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down and check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at fullingwarehouse.com. Again, that is fullingwarehouse.com.
Coming on the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, we got Easy in the chair for D-Mac. We got Sam Flannel. We got Spencer Raxter as well. And I know, look, I know this is show viewership suicide to some degree to bring this up into the light. But I think it does spin into the Pistons as well. Because I think that, and this is a parallel that popped in my mind as I watched the Golden State Warriors take care of the Mavericks last night. And Luka Doncic was great. But Luka Doncic has zero help. Zero help right now. And, zero strong, I guess. They got everyone's, Pistons free agent target on that roster.
Jalen Brunson. He's looked fine. He honestly hasn't looked that bad, though.
Sure. But through all of that, here's the deal. The Dallas Mavericks right now are in a spot where Luka's a superstar.
Yes.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's elite. Easy probably doesn't think so because, he hasn't won a title. And then if he does win a title, he'll look at how the team's constructed and then say, well, they did it this way or they did it that way, and probably won't give him credit for it. But whatever, we roll on. The Golden State Warriors, they're going to win this championship, as we talked about. I think that's very apparent. That's not groundbreaking to say. Look at the favorite that they will be. And we'll talk about Steph Curry in a second, because I think it's time to revisit Steph Curry. But I think that the Dallas Mavericks right now are in a spot that the Pistons may be in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 years. Maybe 4 possibly. You got Cade on the rookie deal right now. If Cade continues the trend, and we have the graphics too about the #1 overall picks throughout history and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think the Pistons can be in a spot with Cade Cunningham that the Mavericks are in right now, where Mavericks ownership has to get it done now.
Yeah.
Now. Because you can't waste any years of this man's career, and you got to figure it out. So whether that's you figure they're going to re-sign Jalen Brunson, they have to make a move now. I think the Mavericks are today where the Pistons will be in 3 years. I honestly think that.
I agree. I think so too. I have a question for you though. In that comparison, who do you like? Do you think Jaden Ivey makes a difference on this Mavs team in this Warriors series? Like, do you think they win that style of player? Said that at Westbrook, an example. Do you think that changes the tide for them?
Not against the Warriors. This year's Warriors team, and look, I don't want to say there's not asterisk, because that's the time and space we are in the NBA right now, where time is catching up to Durant, time is catching up to LeBron. Not to say they're still not great, because obviously they're great. However, this is becoming a trend now with them, with their teams and where they're at. If Golden State cashes this in, I think it's legit time to revisit the discussion about Steph Curry and where he ranks in the all-time standings and stuff like that. And the Warriors are built for now. You probably won't give their GM credit for doing it, for bringing in Andrew Wiggins and stuff like that.
They get credit.
But what the Warriors have done is they built this team. This is the era of small ball now.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
It's the era of the 3-and-D.
3-and-D, small ball, 6'8" centers, Draymond playing center at times.
Spread the floor.
You
knock it
put
down.
5 athletes out on the court, and you find where your matchup is. And Andrew Wiggins is a guy that's had success. And Steph Curry, he's the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA. Is that recency bias creeping in with me, Sam Flannel? I always let I defer to you to dictate the numbers to me. Maybe I'm drinking in the recency bias, but Steph Curry's the greatest shooter in the NBA. This is how teams are built now. Athleticism across the board, 5 positions, sans Draymond that can score the ball. This is the way it is. So first off, I defer to you, Sam Flannel. You're level-headed. You're not like this guy over here. You're level-headed. You think about things. Is Steph Curry the greatest shooter in the NBA in history?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Lions Rumble 81. He revolutionized the three-point shot.
Yes. 100%.
And he
It's a
did.
game.
So good. So we're all right. Sean Murphy says, our guy Sean Murphy, Steph is a top 3-point guard of all time.
For sure.
He's there now, right?
Maybe even top 2.
He ain't getting in front of Isaiah.
Yeah.
I got him 3 right now.
Right now. So
Yep.
it's like we can close the book on the Steph Chris Paul debate that we had on this show.
Oh, God.
Not too long ago.
What?
We had on this show, and where people had Chris Paul right there at that number 3 spot. We can close the door on that now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Slam the door and lock it. Deadbolt. Like, unscrew the doorknob.
John Smith, get Chris Paul and John Stockton off that list. The argument should only be between Steph, Magic, and Zeke.
Yeah, I could have averaged that many
100%.
assists if I was running pick and roll with Karl Malone.
Every
for
play.
20
Yeah.
years. Like, come on.
Exactly.
No, and we laugh about it. But I think it's time to admit that with Steph Curry, whether that's uncomfortable for a lot of people to do it. And look, I know this is a very segmented discussion here, and usually our audience and people here in the city, we don't get into it if it's not Detroit. But it's a twofold discussion. Dallas is the Pistons, I think, 4 years from now or 3 years from now. And Steph Curry, I think, is in that discussion for greatest point guard of all time. We cool with that?
Yeah. I'm with both those narratives for sure.
Neal, if Steph Curry wins another championship this year, wins Finals MVP convincingly, like has great finals, like say like averages like 27, 8, and 4 with a bunch of threes, a couple steals a game, does he pass Isaiah? Is he number 2 all time with 4 championships, a Finals MVP, 2 MVP seasons?
I won't say that because I'll die on the Isaiah Thomas cross.
Okay.
But he's closer than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
He's closer than I'd like to admit with that. And look, I know we're crowning him right now, and it's still got to play out.
I think they're gonna struggle with Boston. I don't think it's gonna be as easy for them as everybody thinks.
Well, because the matchups flip back,
Yeah.
and we're going basketball geek right now. I apologize, but the matchups flip back.
Yeah.
Boston matchup wise presents problems for Golden State
if Boston even beats the Heat, though,
if they get there. Sean Murphy, our guy. Zeke dominated the game at 6-1 without a constant outside shot. He could attack at every level of the court. And yeah, he was a defender, and we can get into all that. We will. That's a later on in the week topic, I think. But Zeke, man, I'm always going to give Zeke the credit. And again, I'll die on this hill. I will always give Zeke the credit of walking in. And Steph did this to a degree, too, with Golden State. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, what was Golden State's claim to fame before Steph got there?
Oh, that Baron Davis, Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson team.
Those awful unis that they had with the guy with the
uniforms.
helmet on.
Yeah, Baron Davis was the man, though.
I watched a lot of Thursday night Baron Davis games back in the day. I did. I enjoyed it. It wasn't to the degree that it was. See, people forget, much like EZ and his contemporaries, forget about the extenuating circumstance around things. People, I think, nationally forget about the extenuating circumstances around Isaiah.
Yeah.
And how barren of an organization the Pistons were at that time. And how
he didn't even want to come here.
100%.
Isaiah
how
didn't
desolate it was. And how there were 1,000 people in the Pontiac Silverdome. And there was nothing around. It was a last frontier situation. It was Isaiah living off the land, building a house out of sticks and mud and a fireplace out of rock. That's what it was, man.
1,000%.
That's why I'll always shade towards Isaiah, but again, I'm compromised.
I respect it even more, too, because I met Isaiah last month, and I brought my stepson and my nephew. My nephew was taller than him. And I'm like, just even being next to him, it just blew my mind at like his size, especially in the era that he played in. Like we know the tap rule or whatever it was with Michael Jordan, where he's going down in the paint. They weren't having none of that. Like Isaiah played in that era at that size and dominated. Kind of crazy. It's wild to think about. I couldn't even like I wish.
And oh, by the way, went through Magic and Jordan and Bird.
Yeah.
That Blazers team, too, that had a couple looks at an NBA. People forget about that, too. Went through that Blazers team that had a couple cracks in an NBA championship.
Yeah.
I mean, the golden era of NBA basketball.
Could be the Lakers again, too, if they get hurt.
Maybe. Or if they don't call a phantom foul.
Yeah. That was,
they've won 3 championships in a row and are a dynasty in the NBA, even more than they are now, because they are a dynasty of the NBA. They are. Yes, they are.
2 in a row. I don't know about a dynasty. Although they made 3.
3 is the dynasty rule for me.
I mean, like 80% of NBA teams don't even have 2 championships. So
right.
I would say
sure.
2 in a row would make you a dynasty.
Yeah, and especially, too, with that job of a call.
Yeah.
2.5 championships.
The only
Is that
teams
fair?
with multiple NBA championships are the Pistons, the Heat, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Warriors, and the Rockets.
The Rockets, yep. And the Rockets didn't go through Michael Jordan. Isaiah Thomas did.
Yep.
That's just what it was. Let me tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast called This is the F Word helps spread awareness of fentanyl and the other addictions that are plaguing our community. Go to thesportsma.com if you're struggling or know someone who is. The Sports Marketing Agency wants to help.
Summer in the D is just around the corner, and Woodward Sports is ready for all the heat. Go Tigers! From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device. Neal Ruhl here for Odds Trader. OddsTrader.com, the #1 site for all of your game day bets. You can start your handicapping journey at OddsTrader.com. Play-by-play updates, live scores, bet tracking, download Odds Trader from the App Store. And you guys know, like, I always talk about this. The price. Get the best price. That's the way you're going to win money over the long run. You can do that with OddsTrader.com. OddsTrader.com, your home for all of your betting needs. Final segment of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, EZ, Spencer Raxter. We got Sam Flannel in the house as well. And we're chopping it up. People still talking about the whole Joe Dumars thing in the chat. It was fun, though, man. We got heated here today.
But the Pistons.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was. You were ignoring some facts and then bringing up others, which is convenient, though. That's how you roll.
I had facts, Neal, and you weren't.
I know.
You didn't have any.
And you
facts.
ignore other ones.
They had no cap space to spend. They spent it on Ben Gordon and Charlie Villanueva.
And why did they spend it on
Rip
Ben
Hamilton,
Gordon and Charlie Villanueva?
Ben
Why?
Wallace.
Why? Because he had no other choice. That's why.
They forced him. Said, "Hey, you got to go sign these guys."
Yes. They didn't force him to sign those guys. It was a situation where now the money is available and it might not be in the future.
Okay. Those are still the people we decided to spend it on.
Who else was he going to get?
I mean,
Who else?
I could
Go
bring up,
tell me.
I could bring up the draft class.
Please do that.
Yeah.
Please do that. Let's play that game, shall we? Please tell me, EZ. Who would EZ the GM? If you're given money to spend in that free agent period, who were you going to sign, EZ?
Captain Hindsight over here.
Yeah, exactly. Show me, EZ. Show me. Show us.
I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see.
Easy's like, I would have drafted Giannis Antetokounmpo and Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
No, tell me,
I'm just
EZ.
saying that's still who you decided to pay.
Tell me, EZ, please.
I'm pulling up the 20.
Yeah, tell me,
2010
please.
free agency class. Let's
But
see.
while he
This
does
is great
that,
radio right now.
Well, go ahead, talk. You're the
Here,
one who's in
I'll
blank
whistle.
air. I'm pulling it up. You tell me who you signed. Ben Gordon, Charlie V. You're just as
Cleveland
bad.
Cavaliers president of basketball operations when I was in college, and I talked to him about how they won the lottery 3 times in a row. Shout out Gilly. Gilly was there. He went to he was in a frat with a couple of my friends at Michigan State, Dan Gilbert's son. But I talked to him about like how you got that lucky and then that miss on Anthony Bennett, like how that felt when you could have gotten a Giannis, you could have gotten I think it was, who else was in that draft, like a Klay Thompson, you could have gotten a Rudy Gobert, and he even talks about like nobody in the NBA, if you would have polled all of the owners, all of the GMs, thought Giannis would become what he is now.
There's no way
Rudy Gobert would have become what he is now, and Anthony Bennett was, I don't want to say the safe pick at the time, but he had a lot of upside coming out of UNLV. He looked like a better Zach Randolph.
It looked like he had the lowest floor.
Yeah, he looked like a better Zach Randolph.
Or the highest floor, excuse me. All right, EZ, let's check back in with GM EZ. Let's go back to that date and time. How's EZ spending that money?
Bring it up right now.
Are you? Still, huh?
Yeah, look at all the free agents. Because the thing that's popping up right now is Ben Gordon signed biggest contract. I'm looking for the total free agency class.
Right, so you tell me who would have been signed then. Who you would have signed. If you said, hey, this is...
Captain Hindsight.
Yeah. Captain Hindsight here.
That doesn't change the fact. You're being
tell
such
me
a
who.
crybaby right now.
Tell me who.
Dude, let me pull up the free
You're
agency
being a
class.
crybaby.
Oh,
Okay.
Hold on.
Let me call you names.
Free agency class at the top of
I don't
my
have
head.
anything to say. I don't have any facts to come with, so I'm just going to call you names and deflect.
I'm not calling you
Come
names
on.
and deflect. I'm giving.
Call me names and deflect,
facts.
dude. Come on, do it.
What do you say?
I love it. I breathe this in as oxygen. Come on. Tell me who then, EZ. Tell me who you signing from that class.
It's Carlos Boozer. Ben Gordon was available. Lamar Odom. I would have signed Lamar Odom for sure. Rasheed Wallace. Ryan Artest. Jason Kidd. Hugh Turkoglu. Sean Marion. Paul Millsap. Allen Iverson. Andre Miller. Trevor Ariza. Mike Bibby. Al Harrington. I probably would have signed Al Harrington. Jamal Crawford. Would have signed him. Charlie V. Your boy's boy. Raymond Felton. Grant Hill. David Lee. Probably would have took a shot at David Lee. He was solid. Nate Robinson. Eddie House.
So he goes through all these names and says, I would have signed these 3 guys.
Yeah.
I'm giving you names is what you asked for.
Okay, I am Captain Hindsight.
I'm going down the list myself, right?
Yeah.
Captain Hindsight.
I love
Captain
it.
Hindsight.
I love it, Captain
That's all I had the
Hindsight.
choice to do. You asked me to do this.
Right. So you gave me 3 names out of all those names.
I'm listing the names to choose names.
Carlos Boozer, Jermaine O'Neal, Jamal Crawford, Hito Turkoglu, Eddie Curry, Al Harrington. Those guys were on player option contracts. We got restricted free agents of that class: Andrew Bynum, Danny Granger, Marvin Williams, David Lee, Josh Childress.
David Lee got an offer sheet and they matched it, right?
Yeah.
If memory serves.
Yeah.
This 2009 draft, 2009 free agency.
Raymond Felton, Charlie V, Channing Frye.
Cube 22-100. Nobody was nobody was coming to Detroit back then.
Unrestricted free agents: Sean Marion, Allen Iverson, Ron Artest, Lamar Odom, Sheed, Jay Kidd, Andre Miller, Chris Wilcox, Mike Bibby, Drew Gooden.
And the thing too is Ben
Gordon was in that class of players.
Yes, these are the names given to sign from, right? He still chose to sign them. You have that cap space. You can fill up cap in a trade.
None of those names were any better or any worse than what Joe Dumars signed. Thank you, Prag Patel. Thank you. That's my point exactly.
To contracts they signed him to, you still can make trades like this. Does not make that forgivable at all.
Charlie Villanueva was worse than a lot of those players.
Ben
That's
Gordon
where I'll give
especially.
the lifeline.
Mm-hmm. But that's fine. Ben Gordon was in all those class of players that he said.
He's pretty good with the
Yes,
Bulls.
he was. So
he was a great shooter.
So there you have it.
Yeah, it's like
Chuck Brewer says, and Ben Gordon had just gone off in the playoffs for Chicago. But see, and here's this. We'll ride off on this. Here's EZ's thing. Well, then you make trades. They're selling the franchise. What payroll are they taking on, EZ? What big
the same payroll we signed all the
tell me your business acumen. Here, I'm going to sell this asset. Let me put a whole bunch of liabilities on that asset so I can get more money for it.
I'm just. By the way, the owner was still alive at that point. He didn't die until July 2009. That free agency was March 2009. Oh, I'm sorry, July 2009 is when Ben Gordon got signed. He died in March. Flip that backwards. But still, there's still other ways of going about it. You don't have to choose those names. He still made the choice, Neal. You're like find all these backdoor ways out. It all still happened. No. Doesn't make any of it forgivable.
Okay, EZ. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it for Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. For Captain Hindsight and Sam Flannel and Spencer Raxter, appreciate y'all tapping in. Big D Energy. Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.